Hello, my name is Jesse Meekum with another episode of The Jesse Meekum Show, and I am here each week to obsess out loud about spending purposefully, saving aspirationally, and giving joyfully. It all comes down, every time, to just giving every dollar a job. And those dollars to whom you are giving jobs must be currently in your possession. You sabotage yourself when you're starting to do the best of things, which is saying, I want a plan. I want my money to start doing what I want it to do, and so I'm going to set up a plan and get going on it. And then what you do is, it's out of the gate. You sabotage yourself by saying, okay, how much am I paid? What's my salary? What's my biweekly paycheck? Whatever it is. And you immediately begin planning with money that will come, hopefully, right? But is not yet in your possession. Spendfulness is the complete eradication of all second guessing as it relates to your spending. And you achieve this spendfulness, you eliminate that second guessing by by experiencing clarity. When we are seeking clarity, we need to remove as many variables as possible. And so one that we remove right out of the gate, and we never let it come back again, is this idea of planning with money you don't have. So, question one that we teach, whether you're making 300 grand a year or 30 grand a year, we teach you this. What does this money need to do before I'm paid again? And this money must be the money you have currently in your possession. Now, many of you will say, well, Jesse, I'm going to get paid, tomorrow. I'm going to get paid on Friday. It's like, okay, then we'll do that exercise again. But we are seeking clarity. And when we're seeking clarity, we want to remove variables. One of those variables is that future income, bonus, this reimbursement's going to happen. I'm going to close that sale. I'm going to land that deal. Name your thing. You can do this inside your business, and you can do this inside your personal finances. In your business is sometimes even worse. But what we end up doing is introducing some fuzziness into the equation. I've always loved weightlifting, always. And when I was 14, my dad brought me during the summer between, my 8th and 9th year or something like that. He brought me to the gym and said, here's where we work out. And I see all of these machines. And I just think, oh, okay, well, I'll just do every one of the machines. I guess that's all I knew. As I got older, I would buy a book touting, here's how to get big, here's how to get muscle. I was a teenage boy, okay? And what you end up doing there is just trying to follow all kinds of complexity, and you're just getting kind of lost in all of the moving parts of this certain routine you're supposed to do. It wasn't until I discovered that the biggest gains, the most clarity, comes from doing very basic, boring, old movements like the squat, the deadlift, the bench, the press. These compound movements that work the whole body, but they're very simple. So you walk in and you squat, bench, deadlift, and then you walk out. There are no accessory lifts. There's no confusion about this new fangled machine that's there. It was just this absolute clarity. And because I had clarity on what I was supposed to do, I could pour all of my energy into doing that thing. With our money, when we're introducing this fuzziness of, well, this money will come in, this paycheck will come in, we're starting to introduce variables that we don't want to yet contend with. Instead, if we just ask ourselves, what does this money on hand right now need to do? We can focus all of our energy, like I was focusing on those 3 basic movements. We focus all of our decision energy on just that pile of money, big or small. What does it need to do before we're paid again? That alone will change the game on how clear-minded you feel about what that pile of money needs to do before you are paid again. Now, there are people that are going to be afraid of this and say, well, Jesse, I don't have enough. I've got $300. And we tell them always the same thing. What does that money need to do before you're paid again? Get clarity. And you get that clarity by not allowing yourself to say, this problem that I'm feeling, I'll just solve it with some future money. That's how we get ourselves into a lot of mess, actually, in finances in general, is we just always tell us that our future self will solve that. We want present you with present dollars to solve that present problem. And that is the secret. That is the first step toward clear-minded, focused, energetic decision-making. Until next time, remember, with only money you have on hand, you just have to give every dollar a job.